Joining us on the phones right now, the RNC national spokesperson. Oh, boy, Mandi Merritt, there's a lot to talk about with the Democrats and with President Trump in the 2020 election.
There is. Good morning, Chad. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us today on the program. I guess we'll start off with the president. The president had a pretty big rally yesterday in Phoenix, and it seems like no matter where this president goes, whether it's New Hampshire, whether it's Phoenix, Dallas, the crowds are just turning up, and they are very enthusiastic.
Oh, absolutely. And the split screen couldn't have been more clear last night. Another great contrast for us. While the Democrats were bickering back and forth on the debate stage in Nevada, President Trump was in Arizona bringing out droves of people, of new crowds, new supporters, people that didn't vote before. Each and every rally, we see numbers and data that proves President Trump continues to bring out folks that didn't vote before, new voters, new Democrats. I think from last night's rally, it was about 18% of Democrats, 26% of people who didn't vote in 2016. And this just speaks to President Trump's incredible record of success and his ability to motivate people from all across the aisle. And meanwhile, we have the Democrats in complete disarray. It was just an absolute disaster last night on the debate stage. And the Republican Party is more unified than ever.
Come on now, Mandi. It was a little bit fun to watch.
Oh, it was. I do think it was the most entertaining of that. And I think part of that was the newcomer on stage, Mike Bloomberg. I think everyone was very eager to kind of attack him on his record, which is very untested and hasn't been out much. So you saw that come in from all fronts. And you do see it with Mike Bloomberg. He essentially paid his way onto that debate stage. The DNC rigged that debate for Mike Bloomberg, changed the rules. They didn't change it for minority candidates earlier in the year, but they did change those rules for billionaire Bloomberg. And it's unfortunate. And you saw that I think it very much backfired on him last night as he was not able to handle the criticism. His record is very untested. He has not done good for minority communities, for women, and the voters clearly saw that he is not ready for, let alone the debate stage, but the presidential stage.
Well, talk about some of the actual issues that were mentioned last night, because, Mandi, there were a whole bunch of issues brought up, whether it's Medicare for all, whether it's the attack on energy and oil production. These Democrats, it's the issues that they're going after. It seems to me many of these issues would hurt the Democrats in swing states.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Chad. Each and every one of these candidates have embraced some form of a big government socialist policy. There are no moderates on the debate stage. You have Bernie Sanders, who is the front runner of this Democrat field right now, who is advocating for a complete big government takeover of healthcare, which would kick 200 million people off of their private health insurance. This would only increase wait times and make quality of healthcare go down. You see other candidates kind of bicker back and forth on this, but it's not about the goal here. It's only about the time frame of getting there. All of these candidates have embraced some form of this proposal. You see the same thing with their radical climate agenda. All of these candidates want to get rid of coal jobs, get rid of fossil fuels. This is harming the economic climate, the jobs of hardworking Americans. You see it all across the stage with these big government liberals, and it would only append the progress that we've seen under President Trump. And I think voters are smarter than that. Voters in Texas and all across this country know President Trump is the one that is fighting for them and their jobs. And these 2020 candidates don't have anything on President Trump.
Mandi, before I let you go, there's a piece out this morning from Politico that the headline here, Trump RNC announced $10 million plan to battle the Democrats on voting lawsuits. What can you tell us about that?
We are taking the fight to them. We are making sure that the Democrats can't sue their way to victory in 2020 with frivolous lawsuits. We're making sure that we're going to meet the fight in the courts as well, so that it's a fair and the integrity of the election process is upheld throughout 2020.
Very good. Mandi Merritt, national spokesperson for the RNC. Appreciate your time today, and we'll visit with you as the election continues.
Sounds great, Chad. Have a great one.
You too. That's Mandi Merritt, National Press Secretary with the RNC, here on the Chad Hasty Show.